Happy Halloween, Minilads, and welcome back to Comic Studio as well, as we're still actually for searching some more reflective Burnout comics. Even from Hyperheims that he may just try to do this as well, even is actually going to be seeing for his fan arts, or this is actually from his fan arts as well. And because of his for a discontinuance for reason why that since back in 2022 that you know the reason why is actually going to be for ourselves to do this as well for long ago as well for seeing for such as comments. So because of actually for some reviews that contains may having a lot of comments as well that we have done all the 10 of those issues about those things of the comics as well. And because that the reason why from any of those multiple of those comics that he made from the reflective burnout that contains a lot of comments that after he published around of this comic or posting for some comics as well. So we'll now be able to be continue to do this as well. So this is genuinely looks really wild to do this as well for craziness and actually jump scariest like even as possible in for some kind of for the reason why as for hyperheims that made like these as well. So even for the multiple of issues like there's something as well for the reason why, and there might going to be coming for around here as well. So even it's just like even for this one, the most beastful thing is actually for some kind of a dark thing. Dark things isn't going to be for such as one even reason why. And let's just going to be for around here because that all of a sudden the video recording is going to be on midnight that I just actually tried to do this as well. So he's actually inside of the lab and is going to be for taking around 3 parts as well. So it won't be easy in around to take around for over 15 minutes in about of this video. So here we go, around for the reflective burnout issue number 11. So as of the description says, Hype Cookie wakes up and assuming has been one of those visions as usual. However, he ends up somewhere that he doesn't even expect. He was in the lab sometimes. So oh my gosh, my head, even for it's actually for one dream as he possibly that he wouldn't be able to be doing for his last time dreaming itself for some kind of monster as well. Did someone mistake a head of a baseball? And dear sweet Celestia, I have actually had it. Because he prays for Princess Celestia to come and rescue him for some kind of one thing as well. I'm going to slam your face with my fist until I start cruel for one reason as well. Unfortunately, he's too strong as hell. Oh my gosh. I'm going to get drained damage. Or I'm going to get drain damage after this. His brain wouldn't be able to be damaged as well. And the alarm has just woken in up as well. And because the two-person says, I told you there was going to do it. I told you there must be just what going to hurt him as well. And I mean, thankful I was smart enough to not put the cutout in the front of the window as well. He did shatter within the seconds, Cyborg Cookie says. The pilot is putting it right here. So the point of putting it there was to test if he knows about hello, said Hype Cookie, even for to do this as well. And because that Aloe Cookie wasn't expected to be saying for around like this as well. So that Hype Cookie expect to do this because he's mad with Aloe Cookie and Cyborg Cookie, or nothing it was as well. And as he says, you hit me with a bat, you have a legit no right to speak. And that all goes into the reflective issue number 12. So, this is not going to be for about itself as well. This is the issue number 12 that Allo Cookie tells Hype Cookie is all about cookies and their birth along with their emotions. This then leads to the topic of hopeness cookies. How does this relate to the Hype Cookie enough to do this tough as well? So let me get this straight, said Allo Cookie. You send me an email to meet you, knock me out, and kidnap me into some weird SCP lab when I have no knowledge of and am someone of and somehow have a cutout of that thing I keep seeing in my mind. I knew you're smarter than me, but the next thing that comes out of your mouth better be answers, or else I'm flipping this table. What is actually going on with his mind? His mind was ruthless about here. What I'm not going to be going on for a round of this behavior, what I just tried to tell him as well. Even that was actually for an unexpected behavior or something. Let's just continue what I just actually tried to say this as well. And she says, you weren't the only one. Parody. Yep, I'm probably sure that he said this. You're not the only one who has experienced the before hype. I know you're confused, but I'll try to explain the best that I can. I'll make sense why you're also key to this. Just don't lose track of my voice, and don't lose track of your mind thinking. Just envision of all of this the best that you can. Either made by the witches or wizards, cookies are created with not only their ingredients or the ingredients, but also the special powder that gives them life. It gives them feeling. It gives them emotion. Either good or bad, these emotions exist within every cookie to mold us into we're only one, or even we are. Our attitudes and personality physically shape us into how we look now. However, no matter who you are, these emotions always to have a negative side to them, a side that can drag your existence down to nothing but ashes and crumbs. This especially happens if many negative emotions can join at once. It will override your mind, first making weird things happen to you in hallucinations, blackouts, and even other people's words being twisted after that thing as well, or after that some kind of those things as well. It tries to make itself physically known. It renders the physical body useless. You become a shell of your former self. You become a thing that you hated the most about yourself, the thing that scared you the most, everything you never wanted to be. It's like a parasite. It eats away at you until you're nothing but, we call them, hopeless cookies. And this is actually for her truth as well. It goes on for the issue number 13 as well. As we realize, Hype Cookie had enough and demands answers from Allo Cookie. However, as she is about to answer them, an emergency alarm rings throughout. Allo runs off as well. I'm probably sure that the emergency alarm rings throughout the lab and everywhere in this whole situation of this multiple sites, or some kind of this site as well from the SCP. Allo runs off, leaving Hype Cookie by himself. However, he notices he's missing a lot of his important item. Not just an item as well, but a friend. Unfortunately, he doesn't have his phone anymore. Since then as well, back in for the issue number 10. So, I'm not going to be going to leaving around the screen as well. There's no photon as well, but probably he's gone. So he said, So I kind of understand the whole stuff is how the bad emotions taking over. But you haven't explained how it was. So how it even relates to me being here, or how you have the whole cutout of whatever that thing was that I was imagining, he said. Oh well, the cutout was actually from a reference that a certain doctor that I had managed to contact giving me. It was like a picture that you haven't to give them to anybody as well, or give them as well, she said. I swear I really shouldn't have just thrown that stupid pictures away, but still, why I am here. You have explained it all to me, and it just seems that I'm on a time limit with my expiration date, or the expiration date coming soon. Right, I needed to explain this, but just like before, it's like complicated. Just bear with me. And the extreme alarm goes off, and she said, "What? That was actually for around here. What's going on?" Well, that's the lab alarms, and which means this is actually for the containment breach. The containment breach alarms has sounds going on for around here. The announcer says, "Hello, Cookie. Get her over here to the sector CT immediately and stay alert." And I hopefully this is not going to be getting for around here as well. As she says by running away from herself, "Hype, I'll be back. Stay here. And I'll handle the situation getting you hurt. And this is the last thing we want." So, how should we gonna be expected here as well? Wait, what, you just gonna leave me here? What, did you try to get some sort of a help or useful? Like does to expect me to do so? Sit down here in the whole time while I just playing games on Phantom or something? I mean, it works, I guess. Oh, wait a minute. Where's Phantom? What is actually going to do this as well? Oh no. He lost his phone, and he's never going to get things back as well anymore. So, he's actually missing as well. I think that is it. But up next, it's going to be for last 4 comics to do so as well. As I'm probably sure this is going to be taking for a very long time as well. Because this is where that I just already looked for from about this situation as well. And especially of it's for new releases like those things that's coming to do so as well. So I'll be back for later around here, as I'm probably sure that the profile username is going to be in the description below, as you're going to be checking out in the comic studio, as the link is in the description below as well. And I'm going to be see you in the last video as well. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to be see you for one more video to go, which means contains massacres for round up next. Bye bye.